Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Crickbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
We normally do this at the end of a tournament, saying what were the moments that stood out for you? What were the moments that you'll remember the tournament by? What were these wow moments? And so I've been told to pick 5. I picked 3 playing moments and I've picked 2 other ones. I'll come to those by and by. My number 1 playing moment was the first overs, and I've said overs, that Shaheen Shah Afridi was bowling. Just getting that ball to swing wickedly late. The ball that got KL Rahul's probably the ball of the tournament, almost repeated when he bowled that ball to Mitch Marsh in their semi-final. The wickets of Rohit Sharma and Aaron Finch, these are all genuine world-class quality batsmen. So the manner in which he started the games was breathtaking. I mean, when Shaheen Shah Afridi came on to bowl the first over, you were just sitting there watching, saying, right, what's he going to do? How much is he going to swing the ball? Is he going to hit the pads? And it's amazing how frequently he did it. So I'm not going in any specific order, but that was the one moment that struck me. The second was the 100 that Jos Buttler scored against Sri Lanka in Sharjah, where they were 47 for 3 at the end of 10 overs, not quite knowing where you're going, taking Owen Morgan along with him, and then, oh wow, that dramatic finish. It just told you why, across situations, across positions, across pitches, conditions, Jos Buttler is among the top 3 or 4 batsmen in world cricket at the moment. But that century, just the way he took it to another level, he'd have been very happy to have been 70, 75, 80 not out. But to go on and score 100 was one of the moments that I will recall with great fondness at the end of this tournament. Then the finishes, my third moment, not number 3, my third moment, the finishes. Hard pressed to choose between Wade's dramatic finish against Pakistan. They made 62 of the last 4. He made 40 out of 17. And the Mitchell and Nisham finishes against England. And if I only rate Wade's finish that much higher, little bit higher, it is because it came against someone like Shaheen Shah Afridi, Haris Rauf, that kind of bowler. England, I think at that stage was just searching for a bowler. Morgan's thinking, right, should I have gone with an extra bowler? But really it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I'm willing to club together in my third moment the Mitchell Nisham finish and the Wade finish, or Stoinis as well, but largely Wade finish. Now, I've gone a little left field for 2 other memories. One I've spoken about, but since it's the end of the tournament, I'll mention it and I'll remember it forever. Just being 2 or 3 meters away, socially distanced, away from the Namibian dugout when they qualified for the Super 12. It was so wonderful to watch all these people jumping on each other, tears, excited. They had reached some place that they were not sure they could. I'm sure they were confident, but I'm not sure they were. And just the journey they had to come that far, the facilities they had, it was wonderful to watch. Believe me, just to have been there. So that is one of the 5 moments for me, just the sights around Namibia's qualification. I got even more left field for the 5th moment. There was a stage in the tournament that threatened to completely derail South Africa. Because remember, South Africa, much like ours, is a very complex society where you need to understand feelings and emotions of different segments within that society. Now, for Quinton de Kock to say, I will not participate, I will not take a knee, I will not be part of that BLM, for a country like South Africa was huge. The repercussions would have been enormous. He's their lead player. He's a white player standing up and saying, I won't do that. I know he clarified about his lineage later on, but that's what meets the eye. And I remember saying at that point, I don't think Quinton de Kock might play for South Africa again, given the emotion swirling around that. At that point, Temba Bavuma stepped up, and I thought his press conference was the press conference of a statesman, not that of a cricketer. And he made it very clear that he was unhappy, not just with what Quinton de Kock had done, but the fact that at very short notice, his lead opener and wicketkeeper was without him going into a game. But he left the door open. He left the door open for Quinton de Kock to come back. He said, I respect the fact that he has made the decision that he has, and that he has the option, he has the choice, and that he looks at this differently, but he left the door open. And then the consultations that went on, the return of Quinton de Kock, he didn't have a huge impact thereafter, but South Africa won 4 games. I think South Africa have arrived at a very, very good captain. I hope Temba Bavuma scores a lot of runs. I still don't know how good he is tactically, but as a man manager, I thought he showed his class. And so Temba Bavuma is my fifth moment. Go on. Tell me your five.